Hello guys, and welcome to episode 33 of Minnows to Kings here in San Marino, where today we're going to be taking on Sheriff Tiraspol in our second group game in the Europa Conference League. I mentioned at last episode I would show the coefficients at the end of that episode. I forgot. So here we are. I'm going to do it at the start of this episode instead. You can see here San Marino still bottom, but if we just have a look at the coefficients here, what we're predicted to be next season, we're up to a 5.1. Which is going to climb us up the rankings quite a lot, which in terms of the qualification places, we should mitigate this preliminary rounds. We should go straight into the qualifying rounds straight away. There is quite a large jump then until we get further in the competition. In terms of the club coefficients, we're around about 450th, I believe. 457th, but again you can see that our club coefficient there has risen to 6, which is going to, we're going to climb a long way up the rankings, which is fantastic. In terms of, since you've been away, obviously last time was that 3-3 draw with Bodo Glimt. We have played 3 league games. You can see they're all comfortable wins. I'll quickly go through the highlights with you. So looking at the match stats, you can see here we absolutely dominated against Fiorentina, 29 shots with 12 on target. They didn't have any shots. We'll quickly go through the highlights. So the first goal was a goal from the penalty spot for Kevin Rossi. The second goal was Weir progressing down the right hand side, gets the ball into the box. Rossi with the header. From quite a long way out, loops over the goalkeeper, and the third goal was from a corner. Pancotti swung it in towards Bran, who headed on to Brizzi, who of course has been playing in Europe in the league games to fulfill that Samorise slot. Now the next game we went away to Libertas. As you can see at the top there, we won 6-1. It was Weir with the first goal, absolutely smashes it in from around about 6 yards out. The second goal was played down the left, Vernucci in towards Kevin Rossi. Rossi through to Cappiello for his first goal for the club. We've been rotating the squad a lot in the league. The games have been coming thick and fast. But the third goal was Vernucci picking the ball up. He finds Zaffri, and Zaffri from outside the area finds the bottom corner. I keep calling him Zaffri, it's Zaffi. The third goal, Hedegaard into Zaffi to the right wing back Weir, who gets the ball into the box, and Cappiello's there for his second goal of the game. And that's half an hour. We had a penalty, and that put us 5-0 up after half an hour. Sixth goal came late in the second half. It was Vernucci from outside the area with an absolute screamer, and that made it 6-0. We did, however, let Libertas back into the game. Poor defending really, and we should have really closed the spaces down there. And our dream of the conceded goalless season has gone already in the second game of the season. You can see we absolutely battered them. We had 35 shots on goal with 14 on target. And then the most recent game was a 5-0 home win to Faeterno. Orselli with the cross to Tanazzi, who hits on the volley. It looked like it came off the inside of the post there, but Tanazzi bags his first goal of the season. We then were awarded another penalty. Feltrin smashes this one into the top corner. Now moving into the second half, Fontana down the right to Vernucci, and Manusco Caccianella from outside the area with an absolute screamer. I believe the next goal was even better by Vernucci. Once again we build from the back. Feltrin feeds Vernucci, and Vernucci just with a thunderbolt from outside the area there to make it 4-0. And then the fifth goal was Orselli playing it into Cappiello, who finds Vernucci for his second goal of the game. And another game which we dominated. We had 33 shots on target again. So if we just have a look at the league table, you can see that leaves us in a comfortable position at the top. 3 games played, 3 games won with a goal difference of 13, 9 points on the board. But getting into today's game, you can see the lineup that we've got here. We're still missing players like Caradonna. Diarra has just come back into light training. So we're going to have to name him on the bench just to fill that spot, but we can't use him. So we're going with a back 3, Evans in goal, obviously. A back 3 of Bran, who is the only player in the first team who's not actually developing very well, but he's still playing reasonably well. He's just picked up a trait of plays short, simple passes. His passing and his vision aren't the best, but in the centre of the defence we're going to go with Fontana, again another player not developing. A couple of his key attributes are developing, and then at the left central defender we're going with Feltrin, not really developed as of yet. Left wing back is Tanazzi, very, very consistent performer. If we just have a look, last season it was a 7.88. So far this season in the league is an 8.4, but he is our assist machine. And at right full back we're going to go with Ravelli because Caradonna is still injured. I realised that I said that Brand wasn't the only player developing. It looks like there's a few of them not developing. Ravelli, again, they're not developing. Mazzala, we're going to go with Orselli, who is developing quite nicely. You can see that determination there. Media handling style of outspoken, which I'm not too keen on. But then we're going to go with Weir as the box-to-box midfielder. He's still finding his feet, his fitness after his long-term injury, but he's a very, very good player. And then it's a familiar front three of Kevin Rossi. Again, little bits of development, but Kevin Rossi, absolutely outstanding performer for us. 23 goals and 11 assists last season in the league. And then we've got Minnows Catronella, the club captain, very, very good player. Again, very good average rating. And then it's Di Cristofaro, again, another good player. He's going to play the advanced forward role for us today. It hasn't really kicked on yet in the league, but in terms of his European performances, 9 appearances, 3 goals, 6.88 average rating, but we have had some tough games. Anyway, today's opponents are Sheriff Tiraspol, who, if you remember, if we quickly have a look at the schedule, we go to, I believe it was last season, you can see that we lost over 2 legs in the qualifying path, 4th qualifying round, 2-0, 2 narrow 1-0 defeats, so we're looking for a little bit of revenge. Sheriff Tiraspol are the favourites for today's game, but if we can carry on our performances that we've had so far in Europe this season, if we can start a little bit better than we did against Bodo Glimt, then we're in with a chance. We consistently scoring goals. It's just keeping them out at the other end, which is the issue. So away for the first game against Sheriff Tiraspol here, you can see that they are currently bottom of the group. Obviously losing the first game, but we are on the attack inside the 4th minute. Tanazzi advancing. Their pitch looks absolutely massive, but Tanazzi gets the ball into the box, and it's cleared away. But a good early start from Cosmos there. Can we build on that now? As 10 minutes now passed, Sheriff Tiraspol growing into the game. They've had 3 shots. Make that 4 shots with 1 on target. As long as we can keep them out, I'd put us in with a shout of getting something out of this game. You can actually see that we've moved into the qualification spots so far. AEK are currently beating Bodo Glimt 1-0. If we can qualify from this group, that would be unreal. It would be unreal for us. But 30 minutes on the clock, and it's been a game lacking in highlights. We've had it's fairly even in terms of shots. But now we do have a highlight with us on the attack. Di Cristofaro to Ravelli, the right wing back, into Minnows Catronella, and Minnows Catronella finds the bottom corner with the header, peeled away from his man there at the far post, and that gives us the lead not long before half time. Excellent. Already an improvement on last season. We didn't score past them. Great play down the right by Ravelli, the stand-in right wing back, and Catronella there with the header past the goalkeeper, had absolutely no chance. Bodo Glimt have equalised against AEK, but with our win, that does put us second. With us winning, rather, it does put us second. Can we get another one? It's Tanazzi in with the box, but it's now with Turkan for Sheriff Tiraspol. Finds Bruno in the centre of midfield to Selednik, back to Bruno, Mintsev, Nikolov, Bruno, Seliadnik, I can't pronounce his name. It's down the right to Turkan. Turkan now advancing forward. He finds Moraul. It's Bruno advancing to the air, and Fontana's committed a really, really poor foul there, and he's given Sheriff Tiraspol a route back into this game. It's going to be Nikolov from the penalty spot. Tyler Evans goes the right way, but he can't get to it, and that's just, it's a poor challenge poor challenge, maybe showing the difference in class between the two players there. We seem to give away silly penalties and free kicks in Europe. As I said, maybe it's just the gulf in quality. They are doing well though. Sheriff Tiraspol are the heavy favourites for this game, so to be level at half time is an excellent performance. It's still all square in the other game. We need to not concede another one now. Weir picks the ball off the 6'4" Scot there. It's FM22 who plays it back to Abelora, the goalkeeper. He's just taking his time and he clears the ball long. Can we win the header? We can. There's nobody there. Fontana, although Fontana had more time than that, he gives the ball straight to Traore. Now it's Seliadnik through the middle. Evans pulls off an absolutely outstanding save there. But it's going to be a corner to Sheriff Tiraspol now. It's going to be whipped in by Mintsev. Can we clear the danger? Weir jumps underneath it, the big central midfielder there, but it's Di Cristofaro now advancing. Can we counter-attack? We can't. Ravelli's having an outstanding game. Rossi's having a poor one, which is a little bit worrying. Rossi hasn't really showed up for some of these European games. In fact, we're going to look to bring Rossi off. We are going to give. We're going to bring Pancotti on, if it works. Yeah, we're going to bring Pancotti on. Kevin Rossi on a yellow card, also not particularly playing well. He really doesn't show up for these European games. Maybe San Marino is his level. A couple of tired legs in the centre of midfield as well. Orselli's not having the best of games. We'll let this highlight play out and we'll think about some changes. We've got Zaffi on the bench. But it's into Seliadnik. Now it's Koval. He's through to Traore. It's far too easy. Can't Evans save us? Doesn't need to because it's an absolutely shocking effort by Traore there. We're hanging on a little bit. We're going to get Zaffi on for Orselli, who's tired. Weir is also tired. He's still coming back from his match fitness, but Diarra's not quite ready to come on yet. The defenders, Ravelli's looking tired also. Do we have anybody who can come on for him? We've got Alex Bran, who can switch out to right wing back. We're going to bring Hedegaard on and we're going to swap Bran and Hedegaard round. And that's all of our substitutions. This is what we've got for the final 20 minutes now. The defence not had the best of games, but we are still level. It's also level in the other tie in the group. If we can pinch a late winner here, then that would be absolutely fantastic. Sheriff Tiraspol, much the better team. They've played better than us. Brand's having a shocker. He's on a 6.0. Tenazzi's on a 6.3. He's dead on his feet. We've got a couple of minutes left to hold on. Can we defend this? Evans, a bit theatrical there, mate. I think it was going wide, but you've got to make sure. Evans now clears it long. Can we get underneath it? We can't. It's headed clear by the defender. Now it's Seliadnik bringing it forward. Romanov to Dragon. Gets the ball into the box, but Tenazzi's there. Calmly passes it back to Evans, who just puts his foot through it, and Manusco Caccianella brings that down beautifully on his chest. Can we build something now? Tenazzi advancing down the left-hand side. He plays through Manusco Caccianella. This is the opportunity. Caccianella, and it's a great save by the keeper. Caccianella should really be scoring there. But can we capitalise on the corner? Can we find the head of Adam Weir? Tenazzi to whip it in with his left foot. And he does find the head of Weir, but it's gone over the bar. Stoppage time drawn to a close. It looks like we're going to get another draw in this group stage. I can't complain too much with... Oh no. No, Nikolov gets the corner and it looks like it's towards Kiki, but it's gone over the bar. I thought we were going to concede in the dying seconds there. But that is the final action of the game. We've hung on a bit for a draw there. Sheriff Tiraspol were much the better team. But we've come away with another point in Europe. Nobody gave us a chance, so that's a very, very, very satisfying result. And that leaves the group wide open with the draw in the other game. Absolutely fantastic performance so far by these boys in Europe. There's another 141k in the bank. It's leaving our finances looking in a very, very comfortable position. In terms of the next game, it's going to be at home to AEK. AEK Athens, obviously the Greek side, very, very good team. This one will be, they've got They've got some Italian cuisine playing up front for them. He is actually Italian. He's called Kevin as well. I didn't think Kevin was much of an Italian name. Thankfully, we've got a little bit of a break in between some of these games, because these games have come 3 days apart. We've played 5 games in the space of 2 weeks there, and we're just knackered. But the next episode will be AEK. There's 2 games in between, which obviously I'm going to play off camera, and we'll be back for that AEK game. Thank you very much for watching. As always, still only secure. I don't know what what have I got to do. It's these 3 kicks which I wanted to take out. But as always, thank you very much for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Please leave a like on the video as well. It helps the algorithm, it helps me grow. Any comments, greatly appreciated. And I'll see you all next time.
I don't really know what comes next, I'm just doing my best.